Hey, what's up, guys? Yo, sit down. We gotta talk. Do you know what's going on with Scooter Braun? Of course you did. That's why you clicked on this video. If you guys don't know, everybody and their mother are cutting ties with Scooter Braun. Now, listen, I'm doing some research on that, and everybody says it's some shady mess, or maybe, right? There's a lot of reports. I'm gonna bring them all to you, but I'll put that in a separate video. However, I want to talk to you about Scooter Braun and Kanye West and the way his interactions with Kanye West that were on record might shine a light into why Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, Justin Bieber, J Balvin, and Carly Rae Jepsen have all cut ties. But y'all, I dug even deeper. More people have cut ties with Scooter Braun. But the Kanye one is the most shocking because it actually might okay, let me just get into this, okay? Because this is actually really interesting. Make sure you guys take notes because it's gonna be quite a while. I'm just joking. You don't have to take notes. I'll break this down into digestible pieces. But y'all, this is actually really something interesting. Okay. So a lot of people don't realize this, okay? But Scooter Braun was actually involved with Kanye, with Yeezy when he was first trying to broker a deal. Oh, that's right. Okay. Now, this was written by Anna Silman. She did a great deep dive into it. But let me just give you guys the thing. Okay. The reason Scooter Braun and Kanye West's relationship sours depends on who you ask. Okay. There's Scooter and there's everybody else. Keep this in light of what's going on. They said in December 2018, Kanye, rang Scooter. Okay. Scooter and Kanye up to that point were sometimes they did business together, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes he was Kanye's manager, sometimes he didn't. Now, Scooter, again, this is all industry gossip, is said to not only want to be a kingmaker, but he wants to be a king himself. And people say that Scooter is obsessed with his public image, about looking like a good guy. You know how some agents, they don't care whether they look like a good guy or whether they look like the devil. Scooter always wants to look like an angel, Jesus Christ, a savior, and all this stuff. Okay. Now, okay. So that's the gossip on this. So they said the reason why he called is because Kanye needed help. He was closing a deal. This is a deal that would sell a percentage of Yeezy. This is before it turned into like $1 billion company of the footwear thing, to a third party with manufacturing capability in China. Okay. Now, this was from someone that was closely associated with Yeezy. But when Scooter linked up with Kanye, he actually jumped on a plane and linked up with them. Kanye started second guessing his decision to sell. According to the source, right, Scooter, who at this time, his resume was solid. He represented some of the biggest people in the world, including at that time, Justin, Ariana, this and that, told Kanye that he didn't have to move forward if he wasn't comfortable. Kanye said he didn't want to be scared and signed the deal. Now, let me just stop there because there were people that actually commented on this. This is important for you guys to know before I get to the rest of the thing. There were people that commented on that because people have accused Scooter of being super manipulative, okay? And there was also a thing that at that time, let's not forget, Kanye was in the middle of his psychological breakdown, whatever it was, his mentor, whatever it was, he was in the middle of it, full on in the middle of it. So he wasn't even in the mental capacity by anyone's estimates to enter into a deal. Now, if you guys don't remember, Scooter got a lot of criticism. Maybe it was deserved, maybe it wasn't. When he didn't manage Justin Bieber, but he got criticism. So basically preying on vulnerable child stars, right? Investing a lot in them, making them think that they are like their friend, brother, father, all rolled into one. They really care, but preying on these child stars. Let's not forget how he found Justin Bieber. He saw him on the internet. He then ran, called the school board, called this, called that, until he could finally get Justin's mother, convinced his mother to let him manage him, shipped Justin down to Atlanta with Usher and all them. Justin also hints that he really suffered in the industry when he was younger and paid the ultimate price because nobody was protecting him. Scooter Braun at that time led his mother to believe that he would protect him from these vultures and predators around. But people say that Scooter tends to prey on people when they are at their lowest. Now, Scooter would say, I don't prey on people when they're at the lowest. I actually come to them when they are at a time of need and lift them up out of their bad times. But the timing does seem to really correspond to what was going on. Okay. Some people say that, Scooter is like a lot of faces, and the only one you can trust is the one that is super, super, super cutthroat. Okay. Okay, so let's get back into this article. Does anybody have any questions before we move? Okay, fine, I'm just joking, but let me just get into this. Okay. So Scooter flew out to meet Kanye. Okay. When how Kanye is like a thing about living in the moment and not being scared. Some people could say that it was looked at as Scooter manipulated Kanye when he was in the middle of a psychotic break where he was like, this is my superpower. I need to be strong in this and that. He was positioning a deal that was not in Kanye's best interest. And I say that because Kanye later decided that it wasn't in his best interest, saying, oh, well, maybe you're scared. And Kanye's like, I'm not scared. And he signed the deal. Now, listen, after he signed that deal, a few hours later, Kanye popped up and was like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. This was the wrong decision. The source said that Kanye literally confronted Scooter in front of there were a lot of people there when it happened. He was yelling and accusing him of trying to trick him and take advantage of him, making him sign away Yeezy to someone else. He said that, now, first of all, my whole thing is, why was Scooter even trying to enter into a deal that somebody was in the middle of a psychotic episode? This is verified by all sources that Kanye was not in his right mind at that point, or he had just had a break. It was bad. Y'all remember, right? He said you're trying to take advantage of him, making him sign away to Yeezy to someone else. He said that all Braun wanted was his commission. Scooter was super insulted, okay, and tore the deal up, which hadn't yet been given to the lawyers. The next day, he told Kanye they should stop working together. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The other people there told a different story. Now, if you guys don't realize, that story seems to come from people that are definitely saying, oh, it wasn't Scooter, it was Kanye. But even by Scooter's story, there's a lot of things. Why were you negotiating to a deal? He did not have the mental capability. Plus, the fact that Kanye was basically, from what I read, accusing Scooter of having him enter into a bad deal because Scooter got a big commission from it. One could think that maybe one of the issues between Scooter, what's his name, Ariana, Carly, all those people, the reason why this is so, they're all leaving is because maybe they found out that Scooter was encouraging them to enter into deals where maybe his commission looked like the way it should have. Maybe there were back deals, I don't know. And they entered into deals that weren't in their best interest. Let's also not forget that he encouraged Justin Bieber to sell his masters. That, like, I'll get into that later, but let's stick to Kanye right now. And what he sold them for was basically nothing. Anyway, now here's a different story. 3 people familiar with Kanye's version told the writer that about 2 years earlier, around the time Kanye was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, Scooter tried to take ownership interest in Yeezy for himself. They said Kanye felt manipulated by Scooter, with one describing the incident as the breaking point in the relationship. Now they're saying Scooter talked a good game, saying, "Oh my God, I care about Kanye. I'd never take advantage." This is directly from a former associate's mouth. But they said Scooter only looks out for Scooter. That was, is, and will remain his most important client. Now, again, Marty Singer, you know the Kardashians, Pitbull, Scooter Braun is cool with Kris Jenner, cool with TMZ. Him and Harvey and Scooter Braun are like super best friends. He's super tight with Kim and Kris, right? Keep that in mind. Marty Singer is Scooter's lawyer. Said that this was false and that Scooter never took a stake in Yeezy or took advantage of Kanye while the artist was in a state of diminished capacity. Now, here's where I'm just like, wait a second, because that former Yeezy associate said, this is Scooter's people or people sympathetic to him, said that Kanye had offered Scooter large percentages of Yeezy several times, which Scooter always declined. The thing is, by Scooter trying to make himself sound innocent, so he kept offering you large percentages. You're saying you always declined them. Kanye's accusing you that one time he offered you a large percentage, not in his mind, and you took it. But then after you took it, he came back hours later and was like, "Yo, you just took advantage of me." Probably because he talked to Kris. And Kris was like, "What did you do?" I don't know. I think it's interesting. Now, people are saying what really went on between Kanye and Scooter is something that nobody will ever really know because there's NDAs, people can't speak, plus Marty Singer likes to sue. But even by Scooter's own admission, Kanye kept offering, not in his right mind, a big percentage of Yeezy. And Kanye is saying that, well, Kanye's people close to his camp are saying that one time he did take him up on it. Anyway, they said people in the entertainment industry have hidden motivations and competing loyalties and are selective about the tales they tell. And Kanye has been candid about his history with mental illness, which adds a layer of complexity. Okay? Now, funny thing, when they tried to get a Kanye himself on the record, Kanye is funny. They didn't respond to requests for comment over email and text. And when reached by phone early in January, Kanye asked the writer, "Who are you to call the richest black man ever out of the blue and asked me to give you information?" Y'all, Kanye is funny. Anyway, yeah, you guys, listen. I just wanted to drop that off because I'm thinking about Taylor Swift. I'm thinking about India Menzel. I'm thinking about Kanye West. You guys, I'm searching and digging really hard to find out what the reason was. Hit that like and subscribe button, or if not, just stop by my channel later on tonight or tomorrow. You guys know my digging. I'm almost done. I think I have a good grasp of what's going on. And you guys, it's deeper and more complicated than anybody ever thought. But before I go, I want to ask you guys this. What do you guys think of all this? Does this shed any new light? It's crazy that Scooter Braun, if these reports can be believed, Scooter says they can't, but nobody knows what really happens. But if this can be believed, y'all, if Scooter tried to do this while Kanye was in the middle of a bipolar, I don't know. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.